a financial crunch due to delayed payments by their customers and the inability of the businesses to collect those debts. As the same is considered an extremely tiring and time-consuming process which can deviate their focus from the key goals of the organization. Debt collection companies offer services to creditors and ensure the collection of debts at the earliest and are the key players in setting differences between creditors and debtors. What is debt collection? Debt collection refers to the process of pursuing payments of debts owed by businesses or individuals, which is done by a company or individuals, most commonly known as a debt collection company or debt collectors having proficiency in such collection. Most collection companies operate as agents of creditors and collect debts in exchange for a fee or percentage of the total amount owed. Now, what are the types of collection companies? First party companies. First party companies are a part of the original creditor and therefore get involved earlier in the debt collection process and have a greater incentive towards trying to maintain a constructive customer relationship. However, they may not be subjected to legislation governing the third party collection agencies. These companies try to collect debts for several months prior to passing them to a third party company or selling the debt and writing off most of the value. Second, third party companies. On the contrary, third party companies are not party to the original contract. The companies assign the account of the creditor by the creditor itself. The creditor assigns accounts on a contingency fee basis, which usually costs nothing to the creditor or merchant initially except for the cost of communication. However, the same is dependent on the SLA that exists between the creditor and the collection agency. The company takes a percentage of the debt successfully collected, sometimes known in the industry as the pot fee or the potential fee upon successful collection. This does not necessarily have to be upon collection of the full balance. Very often, this fee must be paid by the creditor if they cancel collection efforts before the debt collection is completed. The collection company makes money only if money is collected from the debtor. Benefits of availing debt collection services. First, legal protection. There are various laws that govern debt collection in India which have encouraged aggrieved parties to initiate legal proceedings without any hesitations. The companies specialized in the collection of debt are well aware of the scenario, due to which they are well versed with these laws. Third party companies are knowledgeable in both federal collection laws and the laws that govern the state in which the company holds its license. Therefore, allowing a company specialized in collection of debt to recover unpaid debts eliminates the legal risks involved with collection of debts by the actual creditor. Second, successful debt recovery. Hiring a collection company increases the odds of collecting delinquent debts due to the fact that these companies have experience in collecting unpaid debts. The primary focus of every company is to run their business for its growth, whereas the main focus of a debt collection company is the collection of debts on behalf of its clients. A trained professional is well versed with the best techniques to legally coerce debtors to pay, and collection companies pose a much greater threat to debtors than the actual creditor does. A collection account negatively affects a debtor's credit score for up to 7 years, and debtors often make arrangements to pay back their debts in order to avoid damage to their credit score. Third, flexibility. Collection companies have a variety of programs that fit with different business models, and the collection company often modulates such programs as per the business owner's needs. Some companies pursue debtors for a flat fee while others receive a commission on the amount successfully collected by them. The different program help the creditors to find the right company for their needs. Fourth, documentation. The collection company believes in maintaining the record of each transaction that takes place during the course of debt collection, including the time the company contacted the debtor and the payment and then response in respect of the same. This documentation demonstrates the code that the creditor as well as the collection company had put extensive efforts to recover the debt and the debtor failed to make the payment even after repeated requests. The process of debt collection. Step 1. Placement of client's account to debt collection. The first step taken by the debt collection company in the collection process is placing the amount of the client to such collection upon being hired by the client for the required purpose. Step 2. Collection of the information and supporting documents. The next step involves the collection of information along with supporting documents and other relevant evidence to support the case of the client, which may include the bills or other receipts that prove the failure on the part of the debtor to make the payment. Step 3. Review of the data and maintaining a record. After the data and the relevant information is received, the debt collection company reviews the data and maintains the record of the debts so collected to avoid the misplacement of the certificate of the same. Step 4. Exchange of letters between the parties. The collection company sends the demand notice to the debtor via mail, fax or email, followed by sending the acknowledgement letter to the creditor, that is the client. Step 5. Initiation of contact. Subsequent to the exchange of letters to the parties, the collection company move forward initiating a conversation between the debtor and the collection company by the way of phone calls. Step 6. Arrangement of the payments. The collection company thrives to constantly remind the debtor to make the required payment to the creditor and obtain clear commitments regarding each payment from the debtor. Step 7. Materializing the payments. If the company obtains the payments, it attempts to materialize such payments for the benefit of the client. Step 8. Attempts for pre-legal collection. Upon the failure of the debtor to resolve the debt, the company makes pre-legal collection and sends the update and recommendations for the collection along with the details of forwarding the claim to the attorneys. Step 9. Authorization by the client. The claim forwarded to the attorneys only upon the receipt of the authorization by the client, consequent to which the attorneys start investigating the claim for a stipulated time period and updates the client accordingly to confirm if the client is willing to initiate the legal proceedings, along with providing the company with the suit requirements. Step 10. Preparation and filing of suit. After receiving the suit requirements, the company prepares and files the suit for the collection of debt from the debtor and awaits the reply of the debtor. If the debtor furnishes the reply, the discovery process is started, followed by setting a trial date. However, if the reply is not received from the debtor, the attorney files for a default judgment in the event of a non-receipt of the reply from the debtor. Step 11. Writ of attachment and verification. If the judgment is passed in favor of the creditor, the attorney files a writ for the attachment and attempts to locate and verify the assets of the debtor along with initiating bank levies, garnishee orders, etc. to satisfy the judgment. In conclusion, debt collection plays a vital role in stabilizing the funds of the company. Therefore, it is important for businesses to hire a company having expertise in such collection to fasten the collection process and increase cash flow in the business, facilitating the growth of the business. Enterslice is a team of experienced attorneys and CFAs to analyze the needs of its client, structure the collection process, and initiate the required action on behalf of its client. It ensures timely collection of debt and maintain cordial relationships between the parties. That's all for the video. I hope that you liked the video. Kindly subscribe to the channel for more such content.